Hello everyone, welcome to my Sketchbook Sessions. This is episode 1, and the idea behind this really was that I could be a bit more laid back and have a little more fun with what I'm drawing and not worry about the drawing being perfect and, big, complete, thinking about a complete concept. I could take the pressure off myself and just have fun in the sketchbook and possibly experiment with the kind of things that I enjoy drawing, because I feel like I'm, some of you have been watching for a little bit, that I'm at a bit of a crossroads in my art journey and I don't really know what I love to draw yet. I have lots of ideas buzzing around in my head, but I thought this sketchbook sessions and keeping a log, a diary of it, would be an interesting way to really see the progress and to really experiment and work out what I enjoy drawing. And I know I like drawing animals. I've always drawn wildlife, but I do like drawing flowers, botanicals. I thought about maybe doing some landscapes. There's so many different ideas that I could do, that I thought it'd be a great idea to put it all in one sketchbook and film what I'm doing, and then I've got it all in one place. I did actually order a moleskin sketchbook with this in mind, and I ordered it over the Christmas period, and it did take a little while to come, and then when it did arrive, it was tiny. It was a real pocket-sized sketchbook. My husband thought that would be a really good idea because the drawings would take less time to complete, which is a fair point, but it was so tiny that I think I would find it more frustrating than it would be beneficial. So I sent that one back, and the new one is on its way, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is what comes from not reading the description properly, it should be A5, which I think would be quite a good size. You can also obviously draw or paint across a double sheet, which makes it A4 size, so it's quite versatile and it's really quite a nice size. You can get a decent drawing in there. So I thought I could experiment with watercolor, charcoal. I could possibly use acrylics in this book. I'm not quite sure how that would cope with it, and I thought I could try different subject matters. The other thing I thought of was I could either have the drawing in the background time-lapsed like I have here. I'm drawing this Canada Goose, and just have the drawing going in the background and maybe possibly talk about an art topic. So if anyone has any suggestions about topics that you would like to discuss, or my opinions on, or anything like that, then I'd be really happy to read those in the comments and discuss and talk about anything that I've learnt over my couple of years of this incredible journey that is art. Or I could do drawing tutorials, so instead of speeding them up, they could be in real time and having them talking through what I'm doing, possibly giving some art tips, and if there's anything that anybody struggles with, I could hopefully give some tips and advice on how to make that a bit easier. So those are the ideas really. Nothing set in stone. I thought I would do other videos in between these ones, but I wanted to use this sketchbook time as a kind of discipline for me, so that I could make sure that I'm keeping up with my sketching, which is really important, because if you don't sketch, then you can't paint. It's the building blocks to everything really. So I definitely want to improve my drawing skills, and the way to do that is to draw or to paint. There's lots of things that I want to learn about painting, and I thought that would be a great place to do it as well, experimenting, because my personality jumps in both feet first, and I've already started some really quite big pieces, and already I'm overwhelmed and a bit daunted by the task ahead. So maybe I should break it down and make things a little bit more smaller, a little bit more bite-sized and manageable, just for my own sanity really, and have these bigger pieces going in the background that I could possibly use some of the skills that I've worked out, practiced, and then apply them to the bigger paintings, which would be really great fun. But it's more of a discipline for me, a log, a diary, and also I wanted to keep this as an inspirational place to, a little bit like a writing blog or a log or whatever, so you can look back and flick through the drawings and be inspired, or I often find that inspiration comes to me when I'm actually doing something else. So I have lots and lots of ideas as things are coming together. So as I'm drawing a certain type of animal, I could think about a scene that it could be in, a concept, kind of a landscape, or anything like that. And I also wanted to make sure that I go out and visit more museums and art galleries, and possibly even sketch some of the things that I'm inspired by there. Obviously not copy the paintings, but be inspired by the great masters and look at the things that I really like and the things that I probably want to look more into, certain painters. And I haven't done a lot of that lately, and I want to do more of that in 2020. So that's also something to think about. So just a little bit about this goose. I wanted to draw something in black and white, so this is in graphite. I will list all of the materials that I'm using in this drawing in the description down below if you're interested. But I just wanted to really work on my contrasts, my lights and darks, and a bit more of the blending, and taking my time with the blending a little bit more, not rushing it. So this drawing took probably about an hour and a half all in to complete, and here's the finished goose. So yes, I look forward to talking to you next time for episode 2. As I said, leave me any suggestions in the comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.